Хай, чувачки, это 8-я серия прохождения игры Vampyr. Так, что там дальше? Шантаж до сих пор продолжается. Давайте пошантажируем негодяев. Так, в прошлый раз я тут посмотрел чуть. Так, а что мне надо? Блин, я вспомнил. Надо ж найти жителей Рэйчела. Найти Ричарда, Ни, Кет, что-то. Найти Лейтона. Блин, господи, кто ж вам такие имена дал? О чем, интересно, родители думали, когда называли так своих детей? Ни о чем. Так. 83 метра. Ладно. Полетели потихоньку. 74.
Joe, please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another.
Imprisoned by your daily routine. Unable to see the true horror around you.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
А нет, у него вот квестовое задание.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
Когда медсестра ее против закрона. Ну, давайте.
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious, never goes out, doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
Так, она выходит из дома. Или он.
He never goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Нет родственников.
He has no relatives at all?
No, except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
За церковью. Так, ну это уже было. Простите, расследование. Блин, без записи я буду спрашивать. Короче, прощаемся с этим чуваком.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Так, а где остальные, которых мне надо найти? 1,68 метров, 1,56. Сюда можно войти? Ага,
Soon
хрена.
the time will come when you will all be judged for your sins. Even now, he judges your words and acts.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son.
Короче, болтовня, блин, много.
Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist?
Болтовню снимать.
You are much more lost than I thought.
Что это такое? Я нашел букет, в котором спрятан на бесплатный медосмотр. А ну,
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
это посимпатичней.
I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Комедия. Так. С ней я уже, по-моему, говорил, да? Блин, сейчас проверим. Блин, она понимает, что ли. Так. Где я видел? О, еще одна. Так. Тут букет с купоном. Мусорка, что ли? Ага. Походу мусорка. Сейчас пороемся по-быстрому. Своей когтистой лапой. Ага, он 43, 27. Блин. Так, тут закрыто. Блин. Еще мусорный банк. Блять, я пересрал. Письмо Петреску какому-то. Любящий отец.
The content of Darrow's letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Опыт добавляется. 44 метра все равно. Где лучше обойти? Найти жителей Флинча, найти Ричарда Никаре. Блин. Короче, ладно. Нет, тут я не пройду. Тут я не пройду. Походу он там, а тут где был спуск. Хотя может и не там вообще.
This man stunned me with his face.
Как если
His
не
crucifix.
сделался.
This is not good news.
Мусорничек. Обыщем. Так. список, блин. 9. Ну ладно, прогуляюсь пока сюда. А там уже видно будет. Куда дальше пойдем. Блин, отвратительная погода. О, жертва. Слабаки. Так, судя по карте, я в другую сторону пошел, надо возвращаться. Хотя нет, все правильно, я пошел. То есть, правда, эти козлы попадаются. Ну, мои любимые мусорники. Никто не может мне помешать. Так. Блин, я круг, по-моему, нарисовал и вернулся. Да, блин, твою мать, нахуй. Нет, тут ничего. Я бегаю по кругу. Так, попробуем пробежать сюда.
The disease upon us is not an accident of nature, but the punishment of a divine will.
Тут я был. А вот товарищ. Че он тут выискивает?
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Этого я, по-моему, уже допрашивал. Блин. А вот тут вот я, по-моему, и не был. Ой-ой. Контрафакт. Салаги там. Где он со мной тягаться? Я вампир, а вы так, говно на палке. Ой, этот уменьшается. Дистанция. Мусорничек, конечно же, но обычный. Так. А где то, что я ищу? Так, ну я не знаю, вот какой-то ход похожий. Так, кладбище. Вот это вот что?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informed regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really?
Да, это квестовый Непс.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you if I can.
О, Долюси. Или Дариусе.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Информация. А Дор, что можно?
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane.
Can't be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Morbidity can breathe its own beauty and grace. Whitechapel is not just a city.
Поехали далее, блин. Это капец, сколько бегать по этому городу, блин, дурацкому. Пробраться в дом Дариуса Петреску. Понятно, сейчас проберемся.
Unable to see the true horror around you.
А ладно, что с ним. Так, дом Дариуса в 68 метров. Так, проникаем. Проникаем.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Пойдем как мужчина с мужчиной. О, драка. Fireplay. Или попрощаться.
Sir, wait.
Fireplay.
Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here.
Пусть победит.
Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Potter.
Так,
Yes, you make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
он зашел. Я помню, что тут какой-то дом Дариуса Петреску. О, монеты. Интересно, кто этот добрый Санта, который оставляет мне повсюду монеты? А кто меня заманит? Я сам вампир. А, вот какой-то стоит. Так, о. Сейф вскрыл, нормально так. О, еще и по тумбочкам сейчас пошарюсь. Нормально. Пришел в чужой дом и по сейфам лазит, блин. Красавчик.
It's locked, all right.
А, тут закрыто. Тут закрыто, мне здесь не рады. Ладно, о. Так, что скажет?
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I...
Так, найдите эту амбулаторию. Состояние тяжелое. Так, ну да, я тут, где надо. Понял. Так, по идее я вышел. Сюда не мог зайти, значит она где-то тут. Амбулатория. О. Сейчас пошаримся, пока без записи. Так, она тут огромная, так, амбулатория. Ты не она? Да не, какая-то левая бабка. Так. А где она есть? Ой, я в зеркале не отражаюсь. Что-то я там видел. Блин, у него карманы.
I need help. He's going into convulsions, Doctor.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and Zalazin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration. He's having trouble keeping even water down.
Это вампир. Где соли гины?
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Skull! Hand me that skull!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
Кто давай перережь его?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Что вы делаете?
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
Зарежьте.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Заглушить артерии, позвольте закончить работу одному.
I have business. Allow me to finish the procedure. I need the room.
Так.
I have needle and thread for stitching the wound.
Закончить артерию одному.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
Пульса нет. Дозу адреналина. Кардиомассаж быстро. Давайте дозу адреналина.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
Хотя я, правда, в медицине не шарю. Все. Оживил.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
We did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Опять образец крови. Чё у оборотня не брал? Или ликантропия это нормально? Для
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
Так. Полиция Дороти Кейн. Штык.
So what do I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Так. Сейчас 5 сек. Так. Да продолжать не можете. Я хочу положить шантажу конец.
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and lied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
Прекратите шантаж.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Так. Пощадить. Закрыл глаза на это, загипнотизировать. Знать обо всем, что произошло. Влиять. Я немедленно положу этому конец. Давайте.
Nurse Crane, there is no question that the work you've done here is extraordinary. That this dispensary is incapable of coping with the outbreak. It's only a question of days before the situation at hand will overwhelm us. I cannot allow it. It's my duty to put an end to this immediately.
I'm not ashamed.
Вот так.
I did what was right. For in the end, I saved lives and you took them. But we had so much in common, Doctor. Don't you see that?
Уровень гипноза. Информация, маленький ключ. Полицейдис, леди Шебели. Где она? В больнице чесать. Ё-моё, это далеко. Блин. Хотя, может, надо было ее пощадить. Не, ну если она мерзкая шантажистка. Короче, ладно. Опять монетки. Маленький ключ. Информация. Что это за херни? Я много чего нашел. Так, ладно, чешем, короче, в больницу без записи. Блин, тут кого-то стреляют. Кто-то кричал так, ва-ва-ва, и выстрелы, короче. Ладно, уходим отсюда. Они перебили всех больных, что ли? Эти чуваки-линчеватели.
Turn around, stupid bitch!
Не то, что я супер вампир качок. Так, откуда открыто? Да, открыто. Вон оно как. Так, смотрим карту. И в больницу. Блин, походу это... остался. Хорошо меня засаду заманили. Так. Я запрыгнул, кстати, с места. Давайте увеличить, попробуем что-нибудь. Или создать. Что это такое лечение? Давайте каждому по одному. Всех посоздавать круто. Ну да, в моем стиле. Пол игры прошел, потом, блин, разбираться стал, как можно что делать. Круто. Так, все, я потратил. Так, я в больнице в своем кабинете, правильно? Так, падаем, сейчас возьмем. 15 метров. Выходим из кабинета. Идем, наверное, вниз. Да блин. Вот управление говно. А только вот вызывает сабель, конечно. 19 метров. Поэтому что ли?
It's locked.
Ладно. Это уже ушел.
It's locked, all right.
Понятно.
If only I were young again. Just a dozen years or so.
Landing after this epidemic.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Опять не она, мать. До свидания.
Good, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Или это не она? Это не она, что ли? Блин. Или она? Ого. Я ее в палатке все-таки
I
нашел.
would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
What prevails in the end, I wonder? The desire for blood, or to be of service to man?
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed, permanently. You will not be bothered anymore by the woman.
And who was this woman?
If you must know, she worked under my employ as Nurse Crane. But I'll wager that's not what will be written on her gravestone.
You killed her. Is that what you consider discretion and diplomacy, Dr. Reed?
I did what I thought was best, and acted accordingly.
You will learn that trust is a rare and precious commodity in the immortal's world, my young doctor. And your actions have not induced me to offer you my support.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
What type of vampire is a Scar?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires, but all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush! Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
Блин, оно закончится когда-нибудь.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel, to let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters, prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society, and like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
I bid you farewell, for now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Прекрасное место. Пешище, что ли, идти или куда? А, вот, проанализировать кровь Равена Василия Кеюшки. Так, 12 метров. А, на столе.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scours. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Ладно, друзья, в следующей серии мы пойдем. Куда? А хотя, в принципе, недалеко. Сейчас, наверное, сходим.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have some...
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here, but it is spreading and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
Блин, что выбрать? Я могу завладеть всем ломаным, но слишком опасно.
And why not? What did Stoker say about the children of the night? Well, using my blood, I could create a whole army of vampires.
Surely you're joking.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Сестрица крякнула. Так, ладно, добраться до колледжа, не кладбищ. Тут далеко, интересно. Ага, далеко. Ну все, до следующей серии, друзья. Покеда.